Nowadays, a very common message people hear is be different. Don't be afraid to take a different path. Don't be afraid to live your life for yourself. Don't be scared to do what you think is best for you. Don't be scared to trust your instinct. And I find this like super funny because like people hear this all the time, but nobody actually does this in real life. It's really funny. And like you realize when you actually try to live out this kind of message in your own life, you realize you're met with so much resistance, which is why most people don't be different. A lot of people just follow trends, and not even follow trends, but just follow the norm. You know, don't take risks and actually try to see what they're capable of. And I get it. It's the safer route. It's the easier way to live because you don't have to necessarily put yourself in danger, not necessarily physical danger, but you don't have to mentally endanger yourself, right? Because you can just live a safe, calm and cool and collected life, right? I find that certain people, this may be causing more harm than it is serving them good. I'm an engineering student at the University of British Columbia. I'm basically coming to the end of my first year here. And boy, did I have, I wouldn't say an interesting first year, but boy did I have a first year. You know, everybody knows university is like what we're basically groomed from kids. I don't mean to sound like bad or anything, but we're groomed from kids to go to university, get our degrees and get a job, right? And truthfully, it is really the easiest way to live, I guess. If you can really just do the 4/5/ however many other, I know some people doing 6 or crazy amounts of years in university, but if you can do the years required to get your degree and get a job, it's obviously recommended. Like, I don't think that's a horrible idea. It's actually a great idea. If I could do that, I think I would definitely choose that choice. It's much easier, it's much safer, and I mean, I wouldn't even have to pay for it. My parents would just pay for it and I'd be good. I could just make money in the future and, you know, pay them back with my love and kindness. But it's not so easy and not so cut and dry all the time. Some people, myself included, have a hard time fitting into the norm or fitting in what is considered normal by society, by people, by just in our world, right? And I think it's very common to feel very alienated, feel very isolated in your mind, to feel, I don't know if it's anxiety or if it's I don't know what the emotion is, quite frankly. I just know that it's not a good emotion, it's a negative emotion. You don't feel good. Your life doesn't feel good. You don't feel happy to be here. It's pretty scary. You don't know what your future is gonna hold. Yeah, that kind of thing. I think I've always dreamed about being, I know this is gonna sound very weird because people watching this are gonna be like, bro, I'm not normal. I wish I could be normal. Nobody's normal, but it's something, if you know, you know, right? I've always envied or been jealous of people who are normal and could just stick to the rules and follow a structure, follow the guidelines and follow it well at that and reap the rewards, get the accolades, the praise, all that kind of stuff. Because I'd be like, geez, that's such a nice way to live life. You get free confidence. You don't have to get in arguments with your parents about that kind of stuff. And I would say at the bare minimum, you have a secure future and you're not anxious about that. You're pretty confident about your future. And that's a very, boy, I would kill to feel confident about my future, bro. Seriously, like, I feel like that is such a blessing to have in your life. But yeah, kind of what I'm saying is that I'm a first year engineering student and I kind of tried to do it. I basically did the whole year and I had a very hard time, not gonna lie to you. Let's be real, engineering is probably the most demanding undergraduate degree that you can take on. That combined with me, Cameron Cowell, it doesn't bode well. It's not a good mixture. It's like oil and water, it doesn't mix. So naturally, I had a hard time academically, and beyond even academically, I had a decently hard time socially as well. I'm not gonna get too much into that. I'm kind of at the point now where I'm like, I don't know if I want to continue with school and if it's the best choice for me. Why am I gonna force myself to do something that makes me feel like this every day? And listen, I know most people don't go to university and get up every day and they're like, oh my God, gee, I'm in university. I'm so glad to be here. I know most people aren't like that, but I think at the bare minimum, you should be fine with where you are. In my case, I found that it's the opposite of those people that are like, gee, I'm so glad to be here. I hate it. Every single goddamn day I would wake up and I'd be like, bro, I don't know how much longer I can do this for. And my performance showed that. My performance was easily reflective of how I was feeling on the inside. That was definitely something that was hard to face, but it is what it is. You can't cry over spoiled milk. It is what it is, and I'm just gonna have to move on. But I kind of had to come to that point where I'm like, I don't know if this is something that maybe is for me. I don't know if I should take a break. I don't know if I should just quit completely. I don't know. But if there's one thing that I think is important, was that initially when I had this thought, like I was met with so much shame. It's like the one thing that was going on in my brain, I was like, bro, are you stupid? Like, wait, what do you mean stop going to school? Bro, are you crazy? You know how much money your parents have spent to send you here, you know how much time and effort and sacrifice they've made to put you in the position you are, and you're talking about stopping? Are you absolutely insane? And that was the first thought I had. And then, not to be dramatic, but as my despair through university grew more and more and more, my brain welcomed the idea of taking a break more and more and more. And I'm kind of at the point now where I think that that's what I'm going to do. And I think the important thing that I realized is that life is not easy, life is hard. And if you can't just quit at the first sight of difficulty, for sure. You have to kind of see things through, you know, put an effort in there and see how it goes. That's applicable, but I think there's also an even more applicable thing, and that's trust the instinct, and you know yourself best. I mean, if you're an idiot, which I don't think many people are really idiots, I just think some people just don't use their common sense. But unless you're an idiot, most people have the reasoning ability to look at a situation and see, you know, what's the best for them and what maybe I need to do and what I shouldn't keep doing. I kind of realized that, yo, I can make my parents happy, or not even happy necessarily, but make them comfortable. That's the better word. Make them comfortable and stay here in university. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm gonna come back to university. I'm gonna have to have bad grades. I'm gonna have to deal with my, say for instance, like in group assignments, I'm gonna have to deal with my peers hating me for not holding up my end of stuff. I'm gonna have to deal with my teachers looking down on me for not being a good enough student. I'm gonna have to deal with the conflict with my parents. I'm gonna have to, all that kind of stuff. And then when you look at it, it's not worth it. That comfort that my parents will get from me being there, it's not worth it. And I can get, the thing is, most people say, oh, but Cameron, it doesn't have to be like that. Just try, you know, put more effort in. Keep on trying, bro. You got this. And I'm like, bro, you know what? I believe in trying and I believe in putting effort in. But also, when I realized that my parents are spending a little penny to put me here, there's certain things that are just not worth it. And I have common sense and I have a reasonable ability to know if I should continue doing something or not. Bro, I couldn't tell you how many things I've tried in terms of being better in school and other things as well. I've been trying for years and years and years now, and I've seen no progress. And you kind of can get to a point where something is causing so much mental, I don't know what the word is, but mental, like something can be so jarring that you'll be like, okay, you know what, I've had enough. I've had enough of this, and I'm not gonna continue doing this to myself to please people and to make people comfortable. I love my parents and I appreciate them for all the things that they've done for me, but it is my life. And I'm a big boy now, as you'd say. I'm a big boy and I have to make big boy decisions. And it's risky, it's scary. God, who knows what will happen. My goal is I would like to pursue YouTube full time. And that's a very scary thing to want to do, right? Only this percentage of people that pursue it actually make it. And so obviously they're not the most thrilled at the idea, but at the end of the day, you have to believe in yourself. If I didn't really think I could do this, then I would say I'm just screwed, simply. I would say I have no clue what I'm gonna do. It might just be a bum, right? But the fact that I'm saying that I might take a break from university to actually pursue something else and try to take it very seriously, it is a very freeing thing. It's a very freeing, and I don't know how to describe the sensation, but it's like a release. It's like something has released inside my brain, and I just feel free. I don't feel trapped, and I feel like I have so much more control of my life, and I feel like I don't have to be forcing myself into this anxiety and depression and all that kind of stuff. I feel like I can just, you know, pursue this thing, and guess what? It might be slow, you know, it might take a while, and that's okay with me because it's something that I want to do and I'm willing to suffer for. So for those people that are doing something, maybe a job, maybe school, maybe whatever, and they really do feel alienated and they really do feel isolated and they do feel like that thing is not for them and they feel like they're being forced to be where they are or the position they're in, maybe consider something different. Now listen, for those people that just think, oh, school is hard, bro, stay in school, stay in your job. Everything is hard, and I said life is hard, and you have to like really stick through things and see them through, right? Even if I want to pursue YouTube, it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. Just because it's not an ordinary kind of job doesn't mean it doesn't take effort. It definitely takes effort. In some cases, it can take more effort than some jobs. Just because something is hard, if it is just that it's hard, you know, go rest, go think about your goals, whatever. If it is hard, but you're still getting through it, then stick with that thing and keep on doing it. But if you're somebody like me and you're in a situation where this thing is, it feels like it's killing you, and it feels like almost next to impossible, and it feels like you should try something different, trust the instinct. And maybe try that thing that's different. I know there are also people that are in situations that maybe they can't change. As I said, I'm blessed to be 19 and to have, I don't know if I have time, but I'll assume that I do. I'm blessed to be 19 and have time and to not have any heavy obligations holding me down and tie me down, so I can try new things and I can take these kind of opportunities. But for those people that can take the opportunity and can try something different, try it. Who knows, your life might be changed. And that anxiety and that all of these negative emotions that are inside your brain welled up inside value, they might just be free. And that is more valuable than any money, any benefits, any sort of validation that people can give you. Anything. That is the most important thing in your life. It doesn't matter what you're doing in life if you hate waking up every single day. It doesn't matter, and don't let anybody tell you different. It does not matter what you are doing in life if you hate it. And I said, you have to really consider if you actually hate the thing or if you're just feeling unmotivated. That's why you have to stick with certain things and see them through. But if you really do dislike something, you don't like it, don't stick with it. Find the thing that you will like, or find the thing that you love and you're passionate for. The people around you might not necessarily approve, and you know, you might get some funny looks and you might get some disapproval, but guess what? It is your life and you have to live the best way you see fit. But anyways, enough of my chatting. That's all I really have to say. I think you should just honestly live a life that is okay with you. I feel like that's a lot of the causes for depression and all that kind of stuff. I feel like people are not living lives that are okay with them, and they're living lives that are okay with other people. Live a life that is okay with you, man. And just, like I said, give it a whirl, who knows. Anyways, it's been your boy Cozzy, and I'm out.